Good evening.
Good evening, Father.
Good. Has trouble ever found you? Have you ever had this unwelcome guest, trouble? Lots of them. Okay. What about the rest of us? Have you ever been in trouble? So what do you do when trouble shows up? You pray. I thought you pray all the time. Trouble makes you pray more. Oh, interesting. That's good though. That's good. So there is a story of a young man who was falling from one of the steep hills of the Kilimanjaro, the second highest mountain on earth. And as he was falling, he got hold of a little branch of a tree. And he hung up there for what looked like eternity. Then he realized that soon his own arms will give up on him. And even the little branch of a tree was also getting tired of supporting him. But then he remembered he was told there is a God and he is up in heaven. And so he looked up to heaven, and on top of his voice he shouted, "Someone up there!" And after a brief silence, he heard a voice, "I am here." He shouted right back, "Help! Please help!" And the voice said, "If you really want me to help you, let go of that little branch of a tree, and I will take care of you." He did some thinking. Then he looked down and saw death. Then he looked up again and shouted right back, "Someone else up there! Someone else, please!" And this time, there was no response. And after a few minutes of waiting up there, hanging in there, his own arms gave up on him, and he let go of the branch and crushed. That is trouble, isn't it? Good. What would you do if you were in his position? Kind of insulting. I agree. That is true. But what would you do if you were in his shoes? Are you going to talk to me? What would you do? You would hold on, hang in there forever. Okay, that's an option. But is that the smartest option? What about the rest of us? She said she would hang in there forever. What about you? Good, I agree, I understand. What about you all? Huh? You would let go believing that you'll be all right. Now that's impressive. But mind you, the voice is coming from where? Up. And you know you're going to go. Take care of you. Good. I think you're a smart man. You're very smart. So today we have people in trouble. You have the apostles in the boat, in the ocean, and you know Mother Nature can be very powerful, right? And so they're experiencing the power of nature. And they know they are really in big trouble. Jesus is up there praying. But one thing we learn is that at any moment of our lives, Jesus is with us. Even as he is with the Father in prayer, he's also where? With us. He walks with us. And when you are in big trouble, he's even closer to you to help you through it. But you need to access him though. Somehow he wants you to recognize his presence with you. And so we have the apostles threatened, scared. It is a ghost. But one of them, the first pope, Peter, did something which some people think is stupid. Right? You would wonder whether this is real or whether this is just a ghost. And it is word that it is I. Peter says, order me to come to you over the water. Now that is important. Some people say that is stupid. But I want you to learn. This reveals the depth of the trust and faith of Peter. Somehow he had this understanding that the Lord Jesus is Lord over nature, over water itself. Somehow he had succumbed to Christ's care. And so he jumps into the water to go to him. And we know he made some steps towards Jesus. And as the storms were getting even bigger, he doubted. He doubted and he was drowning. And again, some people think that reveals his lack of faith. But we realize in the midst of the trouble, what does he do? Lord, save me. He still believes that is him and he can save him. Did he save him? He did. Yes, he did. What would you do if you were in that boat and this guy is walking in the water? Would you do what Peter did? Oh no, absolutely not. Okay, I hear you. And that's the problem. How many would, for sure? 2 people. 3. How many would never do such a stupid thing? Just tell the truth. How many think I'm speaking Swahili again? How many have no clue what they would do? And how many don't want even to know? Interesting. Interesting. So the lesson today is a lesson of faith. Do you really, truly believe in the power of God or in your own abilities? Do you realize that you never created yourself? Do you realize that he sustains you in existence? Do you realize even now you are walking in more dangerous places than over the water? Do you realize that he is seeing you through a lot of dangers? Some you know, some you will never know. Do you realize that? Do you know that He really loves and cares for you? Do you know you would never make it without Him? Do you know how much our environment cooperates to keep us alive every day? Do you realize there is an architect beyond it all who makes sure you are okay today? Okay, thank you. I'm glad at least 2 people realize that. The question to me as your pastor is, what about these people who say they believe? What about them? Do you think you are here by your own power? No. It's important to realize that. No, you're not. So did what Peter do a stupid thing? No. No. You are walking in more dangerous situations than over the water. And when you get in real big trouble, you know what to do now. Do you? Okay. So if you are hanging up there and the voice comes from above, let go of that little branch of a tree and I will take care of you. Would you? If he says that, you would? No, that's what he says. Let go of that, even now. Let go of everything you cling to, and I will take care of you. Would you?
I'd be scared, but I'd do it.
You'd be scared, but you'd do it. You're being very frank. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. What about the rest of us? Would you? It's coming from God. Let go of what you cling to, and I will take care of you. Would you? All right. Okay. Would you jump out of the boat and walk to Jesus, or would you rather die there? Would you respond to my question, please? You would walk for sure? Who among us would not do that? God bless you.